Hello guys, today we'll be going through some tips and tricks to reach the South Pole and Expedition Antarctica. Make sure to like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get into it. Sweden, but you can choose any one you want. We'll start by equipping our gear, of course. And of course, grabbing an energy bar. Couldn't do anything without an energy bar. Now, let's start our expedition. Here, we have our first secret. A little off from the side of the base camp, we have a little bit of a dock here, which, for 2,500 coins, you can spawn yourself a boat. You're probably asking, why would I want a boat? It just seems small and useless. Well, you want it because it skips most of the first part of the parkour. Now, if you don't have 2,500 coins, you could buy them with Robux, but I suggest you just play a little bit and do an expedition or two, and you'll have 2,500 coins in no time. Let me just speed this up. And we are here. Now that you get over to this dock, make sure to despawn your boat so you can spawn your other things later. And you're going to want to follow these little red poles up this little mountain area. You're going to have to jump a little bit. Once you get over to this valley-ish area, you're going to want to go up and along the side until you get to the tightrope. Once you're at the tightrope, I suggest going in first person, but you can do anything you like. And just walk all the way over it. Now that we're over here, we would progress the rest of the expedition as normal. Once you get over to this bridge, you want to be careful because it'll shake your screen and creak a little bit. Just remember, little jumps, take your time, and then you can get through it pretty easily. And we already made it to Camp 1. Now as we get up here, there's going to be a large amount of high winds. This area isn't very deadly, but it can get a lot of new players. Just get to the end of it and jump. I think it's pretty much near the end of this. Jump on. And there you go. It can be pretty easy. It can actually be pretty hard for some new players. So take your time. If you mess up, that's alright. Just go back and try again. You'll get it. Now, there is another secret over here. Once you get up here, if you go down, if you shimmy down the mountain a little bit, you can find William the Paleontologist digging up some dinosaur. I'm pretty sure in the game this will give you an achievement, but even if it doesn't, this is quite a cool little Easter egg. Now we're at Mount Kirkpatrick, and we're gonna have to keep going as normal. For icy ladders, you want to be jumping at all times, usually facing towards the center of it. Around here, you want to make sure you're at the far edge, and that'll really help you. And on this last little jump, if you don't make it, you can clip the wall and do a little bit of a double jump there. For this, the safe route is usually better, but the abandoned route can be a lot more fun, if not more deadly. This area is usually easier for players, but can require some precision jumping. So, if you don't want to try to jump up and over, I'd suggest jumping around this corner over to this side, where we have this old rusty ladder you can walk on, but it's just a small little jump. This part has made a lot of new players mad, but you just want to get to the far edge right there. Just jump up. Now we're at the Cloudmaker. Cloudmaker, you can't really see anything, but this area is pretty safe. So all you have to do is walk and try to follow the poles the best you can. The visibility can get extremely low at nighttime though, so I suggest you either go in the daytime or make sure you have your light on. One thing a lot of new players don't know is while you can just go spawn your snowmobile and keep going, if you go into this little area, you can refill your water and get a new energy bar. Make sure to spawn your snowmobile in. For this first part, you just want to try to go in between these little areas. Use your WAS and D as normal. Once you get over here, you want to take it a lot slower, as this part's going to be a lot harder. Make sure to just take it slow, take your time, and do it. Now once we're at this part, it's just a little bit more in between these little cones, and then it's just going straight. Another secret is sometimes these penguins can have a medic cap on or have a backpack. If they have a backpack, it means you get a Robux item, like a health bottle or a flashlight or several other things that only other way you could get was by paying Robux. The medic penguin would just heal you up. Now once you're here, you get off your snowmobile, and you dive down into Explorer's Cove. This area, you just start swimming pretty much normally. I do suggest you follow the red line closely as possible for this first part, as it can get pretty easy to get lost. It can get even easier to get lost in this larger section. Just make sure you stick to the line and try to stay on it at all times. If you can't find the line, go up until you reach the top, and then slowly start going down until you can find the red line again. You'll see little seals around you. They're not going to try and go for you, and if you get hit by them a little bit, you should be fine. But don't try to go out of your way to go and touch them, because they can definitely hurt you, and they can pack a punch. Now we're at Explorer's Cove. You just gotta walk up this hill, and now we're at now we are at Camp 2. For the avalanche hazard, I usually say go at low or moderate at most. High or extreme have extremely high chances. That's a little pun right there. Have quite high chances of having avalanches. You can see if there's an avalanche by seeing visible black lines on the snow. like there. When you see those lines, you want to try to get behind something, like behind a large cleft of ice. Or if you're able to, get up on something before the avalanche goes. This avalanche will take a large amount of your health if you don't. Take your time on this part, but I always suggest going on the left side, as there are more areas to hide under and a lot more better terrain to get over. Just try to get as high as possible, as fast as possible. For this ice fall, it can be pretty easy to get lost. So I always say, just go around, just stay close to these little poles. Around this pole, new players usually like to go over the top or go, but all you gotta do is go on the side. This spot, that is an instant death jump. So just make sure you keep your time on that one. This jump's a lot better. Just line up to the side and jump. The abandoned routes are a lot harder, especially here. So I would always suggest taking the normal route. For new players, this one, and even some older players, this one can be really annoying to complete. So all you want to do is get on the side, get a little farther off the side, and jump up. You'll probably not get it first try, but you can definitely work on it. Just take your time, work on it, take a break if you need. But that area is pretty hard. Now for the ice climbing, you want to press E to equip your ice set, and then press W and use your A and D keys to move around, of course, to go on the normal ice. If you can see the other ice patches, these will cause you to get dislodged and fall off. Once you're top, press detach, and once you're here, wait. Look on the slope. If you remember from a little while ago on the recording, you saw black lines on the slope. If you see black lines, stop, because an avalanche is about to happen. If you don't see anything, then you can walk across, like I'm doing right now. But you can see those black lines there? Those mean an avalanche is coming. So, the deeper and blacker they are, the more of a chance the avalanche is about to come. And there's the avalanche. Avalanches can be extremely deadly, even in this part. Here we have Branscombe Ridge. This area is pretty easy to do. All I suggest is you angle your camera slightly towards the wind so you don't get blown off the side, and just keep going. Don't stop, just keep going. Keep jumping up, and then you can get to the very peak. Now we're at Mount Vincent. You got a nice amount of coins for getting up here, which is quite nice in trying to get your canoe. Now you're going to go down this little pass called the North Ridge Pass. And you're just going to keep following these little red poles. Make sure to jump on the icy ladder as we talked about before. Continue to follow this ridge up a little bit, and we'll get to our next harder jump. Now we're at this jump. This jump is another instant death jump. So I suggest just getting in the corner and jump. As you can see, this guy behind me can do it as well. Some of these jumps can be quite hard, but even if you die, just go back, try it again. Now you're going to want to go about kind of straight down this cliff. I would suggest going on more the left or right side so you don't take fall damage from going straight down. And then once you're over here, you want to go up this little white path area. Make sure to jump a large amount to get up to this. Now that we're over to this area, there's a little path in between these two hills. You're going to want to go down it so you can see the area ahead. Here we have our first ladder area, where we just go across the ladders as usual. And then here we have a pretty hard jump. So you go across it, and then just do a little jump. If you want to, you could even walk down it as that guy's showing. Just make sure to go slow and steady and do it. Here we have a little jump that shouldn't take away your HP. I think there's another one over here. But now we're getting to the cliff. This is the main death for most first-time players. This area has killed many people. So I say you should probably listen to me in the exact way I'm going to tell you how to do this. You see this little tightrope here? You want to drop down on it right here, slowly. I'm just going to go across the tightrope. Make sure to take your time on this. There's no rush. Then you're going to do some jumps. You're going to kind of hug the wall as you do some of your jumps. Always make sure you can see where you're going next. I like doing first person because it makes it easier for me to see the jumps. Now we have our next area, which is our next tightrope. Make sure to just go slow and steady across this. Whoa. Now I kind of fell there, which means you can kind of go to the side after that, but you just want to be very careful there. Now here, you're an impasse. You can either keep going down here or go across another tightrope and make your way down, which is one way where you can do it that is extremely deadly. But there's also a secret way. To do it, you have to go across around the side, spam your jump toggle around the side here. Keep spamming it. And then right when there's a little divot here, just a little one, you just kind of walk down it slowly. Slowly walk down. Now you're at the bottom without taking any damage. This area works for hard mode and all other modes too, which can be really nice. Out there is the UFO, which is another pretty cool secret that you can look at. You can look at if you want to. Now we're at Camp 3. So for these areas, these are a little slippery. So if you just stand on them, you're going to start slipping off them. So you want to always be moving or always be jumping, like on an icy one. So just wait, take your time, get closer to this corner, just keep jumping. Try not to touch the water, so the water will hurt you very fast. You can see I dipped into the water a little bit there and it took away 1 of my HP in less than a second. So now get on the corner, try to make sure to not try to touch the water. Go up this little ridge, and here is one of your first choices. Now you can go across the side, which I think the left side is easier, but the right side can be much faster. For the right side, you're gonna jump, and then you just wanna hold W as you go across here. For here, you jump as you would normally, and then here, you wanna line it up and jump. Here we have another icy ladder, which means look forward, just keep jumping. Continue to follow the poles. Now we have another little icy section. Just do the same thing we talked about before. Keep jumping, just keep going. Now we're at this section. This section is pretty much about speed. Each of these little ice shells starts to break when you stand on it. So you want to go, you just want to keep running across. Don't stop, don't stand on one. Keep running, just keep going. You want to go in the left side of this little tunnel area, as it allows you to skip a little bit of rock parkour over. Just hug the wall, and here we have our first little jump. It's fine if you miss this jump, it only goes down a little bit. So go on this side, get as close as you possibly can, just do a little jump. Hug the left wall again. You want to do another little jump. Now, you're going to go up this corner, and you're going to go across the ladder. You're going to want to go around the side a little bit. And then you're going to want to take the right tunnel. On this tunnel, you're going to just hug the right wall, making sure not to touch the water. When you get up here, now you want to hug the left wall, following this up. There's a few things here. You have to do a little jump there. You have to do a little jump right here. Just get to the corner, jump. Another one, get to the corner, jump. Follow the wall. Another icy ladder, keep jumping on it. And now you get to this area. I used to call this area the Pit of Death, because it's very easy to die for new players. We just gotta know. So climb up the first ladder. And here I really suggest going first person or caps lock even if you can. You want to go around the corner. You can't go there. You want to go around the corner and then just climb. Take your time, go slowly. This part's really hard. You can go here. You can go across. You can do a little jump here. And climbing up this side. You're then going to follow all of these to the top. Follow these little poles. And you have about a minute walk all the way to the next camp. I'll see you when I get there. we have made it. This is the camp 4, or the last camp. So make sure to go to the checkpoint, get your coins, get all your food, and let's make that final stretch. Getting all the way to the South Pole. Once we get to the Shackleton Glacier, we're gonna start by going over this first ladder, going to the right, and going over second ladder. Usually people say to go over to the ladders over there, but the best way to get over is to go to the little side and just do a little jump. Then you're gonna wanna go over this way and go on this large ladder over on this right side. Once you get this side, you're going to want to go to the left a little bit, go down a tiny bit, and do a little jump right over. Then you're going to want to go to the right again. Usually most people go down from here and go over to the side, but you're going to want to go down to the side, do a little jump up the side, and jump up this corner. That lets you almost entirely skip that area. The only thing after that is you have to do a little jump here. And now you've skipped a very hard part of the course. You want to go here, get to the corner, and jump, as we've been talking about before. Go on these ladders. Whoop. Go on these ladders. Do a little jump onto here, and jump up here. You're going to keep going this way. Now we've come to a little bit of a dead end here. The best place to go is to go over to this side, over the corner, and jump. Now I've gone to here. I want to go across this little wire. You can usually hold your weight, but I usually jump it anyway. It's just safer. Now once you're up to this corner, get this little corner, and jump. I kind of fell there, but you can catch yourself if you keep jumping there. And that's lets you skip most of this first ladder jump part. But you have to drop down into this ladder. Let's do a couple little jumps. You're almost there. Just go a little to the right and go down this little pass. Then all you gotta do is walk all the way to Antarctica. It'll take about a minute or two, but I'll see you once we get there. And we're back. Once you get to this little area, make sure to touch the green box. That'll count your expedition and give you a ton of coins. That's 1,000 coins and a brand new mission. From this, all you have to do is touch this little blue circle to get on a plane. I'm gonna pick the normal plane. And all you gotta do is go on the plane, take off. That wraps up this video on all of our tips and tricks to get to Antarctica faster and better, and even easier. Now, I'll see you in our next video where we're going to be speedrunning Expedition Antarctica. See you later, guys.